Hello guys and welcome back to our stream of my next life as a villainess. It's a very long title, so we're going with the shortcut of Hammerfura or the story of Catarina and whatever you guys wish for.
Yeah.
And we have finished the prologue and we are starting with chapter 1 as already said before. We are gonna start with our beloved Keith. So stay tuned and let's jump right into the game. Clear blue sky, crashing waves, and... Oh! A luxury cruise ship! That is quite luxurious.
That is big.
Yeah.
ケイス、見てあの船、すっごく大きいわ。
Upon descending from the carriage, I spot the luxurious ship and shake Keith in excitement.
姉さん、落ち着いて。他の人も見てるから。
You pretend you don't like her touching you.
今からあの船に乗って1週間航海するのよね、キース。船の上から見た景色って一体どんな感じなのかしら。きっと出てくる食事も豪華よね。クイードの料理も食べられるかも。楽しみだわ。
I'm so excited. I never thought I would board such a luxurious ship.
今回はクイードの貴族もいるんだからね。国内のパーティーよりも気をつけないと。
分かってるわよ。公爵令嬢として立派に振る舞ってみせるから。
When she enters the boat, she forgets everything.
分かってるなら手を離して。
For some reason, Keith's face is red. Ah, strange.
How did that happen?
Oh, maybe I was grabbing him a little too hard.
まったく、こっちの気持ちも知らないで。距離が近いんだから。
His eye color changed.
What's up with the face?
Well, he was enjoying it.
Too much, maybe.
なんか言った？
なんでもないよ、姉さん。
I let go of Keith and turned from his dumbfounded expression to look up at the ship again. In size and beauty both, it's also grand. A brilliant behemoth of a vessel born from the great minds of Quid and Sorcier. Nearby people who appear to be passengers keep mentioning the Vinculum. That must be the ship's name. No wonder it's getting sank.
Screw this boat.
We'll be on board this ship for a while. It will be alive on the high seas. I wonder what the days will be like. I've already dodged my doom flags. What could possibly go wrong? Famous last words.
Yeah, she jinxed it.
Yeah, of course she jinxed it.
カタリナ様。
Oh?
I hear an adorable voice behind me and I'm surprised to see its owner. Isn't it Mary? Maria.
Maria
Why are you here?
Boat?
Maria Campbell. She's my classmate at the Magic Academy and one of Kingdom's rare light magic users. She's a precious friend of mine. Of course, the protagonist of Fortune Lover is unbelievably cute. But what's more, she's a good person, a hard worker, and great in the kitchen.
もしかしてマリアもこの船に乗るの？はい。光栄なことに特別招待を受けまして、カタリナ様にお会いできてよかったです。
Poor Keith already got a rival. Maria seems truly relieved to find me here. Maria had said that as a commoner, she had never attended a party among nobles. That must be why she's so nervous now.
恐れ多いですし、場違いかもとは思ったんですが、これからもカタリナ様のおそばにいるためには、こういった場に慣れておくべきだと思ったんです。
Maria looks so cute, blushing like that. But what does she mean by your side? Does she want us to be friends forever?
Yes.
Character, yes.
ありがとう。私もマリアがいてくれて嬉しいわ。一緒に目いっぱい楽しみましょう。はい。
案がいないから心配だったけど、キャンベルさんなら姉さんを見守ってくれるだろうし。 少し安心かな。
Oh.
今回はジオルド様もいるって話だし。はあ、姉さんに間違いがないよう見張っておかなきゃ。
ほらほらキース、早く船に乗るわよ。
She didn't even hear it. She's like, where is the food?
うん、今行く。ってああ、もう姉さん走ると危ないよ。
Oh. Others.
いい天気だな。絶好の公開日和だ。あとは予定通り。
Hmm.
あれは。
What is that? What? Are you saying that is Catarina?
I think so.
What
What
the
is that? What is that tornado down there? Oh boy.
Oh, nice. Ah, it says Catarina on top. Okay, we're switchy.
それではキース様、カタリナ様、私どもは荷物を運び込んでおきますので。
Hooray, a maid.
キャンベル様のお荷物はこちらでお預かりしてお部屋へ届けさせていただきますね。
お願いね。
はい、よろし。
After leaving the luggage with the maids, I go out onto the deck to watch the ships set sail. I arrive on deck to the salty smell of the sea breeze. The aquamarine horizon stretches out before me.
すごーい。本当に海だわ。
We're really in the ocean? At the ocean, huh?
Well,
本当素敵な景色ですね。
見て見て、カモメがいる。
Your favorite, Søren!
fucking seagulls.
I run up the railing and inhale deeply. That's the smell, alright? How exciting! How do I describe it? It's extraordinary. The smell of adventure. It's making my heart race. I look to the port and see the townspeople crowding to get a look. A ship like this must be a rare sight. Oh, this is like a ship departure scene from the movies. I wonder if they will start throwing streamers.
なあ、もう姉さんそんなに身を乗り出したら危ないよ。
Keith pulls on my arm. With my thoughts full of the thrill of departure and life on the ship, I turn to look at Keith with a huge smile. Oh, first choice!
忘れないうちにセーブしとかなきゃ。
Ah, shocking. I think the first choice is let's go fishing together.
A delicious food.
I thought it would be, but it's the first.
一緒に釣りをしましょうね、キース。
釣りって何を釣り上げるつもりなの？
Fish?
Food.
もちろん狙うは海でしか釣れなさそうな大きい魚よ。あ、イカもいいわね。
その手の釣りをするなら多分専用の漁船が必要だと思うけど。
釣りといえば子供の頃よくやったわね、キース。覚えてる？
Is this on top? Now we get into the memory.
Ah, finally.
Fishy first.
釣りか。
Oh, that's you?
As I watched sister prepare to do some fishing on the deck of the, what's it called, vinculum? Yeah, I think back to a time when we were children, when I was still new to the Claes family. When I was still scared to leave my room, sister always took me out to see new places. She showed me the estate, the garden, her farm. Even now I remember how I felt walking through the garden hand in hand with her on a sunny day without criticism.
それで釣りが得意だって 誇らしげに言う姉さんに驚いたんだっけ。
She even promised to teach me one day when I told her I had never fished before. Oh, how bewildered I was. Even someone as sheltered as I was knew that fishing was far from a common hobby for noble women. Or women. So at first I thought she was simply joking to make me laugh, as I was still new to the Claes family. But truly, I was naive. Several days later, I would realize that sister was completely serious.
キース、今日は釣りに行くわよ。
Nani? On that early morning, sister came bursting through my door and marched into my bedroom. At that time, I was still curled up in bed, fast asleep. Before I could even react to her sudden entrance, sister ripped the sheet away and tore open the curtains.
今日はいい天気ね。絶好の釣り日和だわ。
Confused, I turned to see what sister was looking at, with no idea why she was there. Her gaze was on the window, and just as she said, the blue sky was beautiful.
というか、今釣りって言った？
Yes. I was still so shocked by sister's sudden entry. I did not even ask. I just sat in bed, stunned, as the maid who usually cared for us hurried into the room and chuckled. Chucked sister into the hall. They then quickly dressed me for the day. After my sudden awakening, we ate an early breakfast, and then sister took me out into the garden.
まだ少し眠たいな。
As I rubbed my drowsy we walked to the stream that ran through the garden, hand in hand under the clear sky.
約束通り、今日は釣りの仕方を教えるから、しっかり聞いてね。
Sister was always cheery, and that day she looked even more radiant, perhaps from the weather. But it made me happy too. The warmth of her hand helped me to relax, and I began to think it might truly be a wonderful day. I soon realized just how wrong I was.
はい。これがキースの分や。僕の分。
Sister handed me a small box. I opened it, unaware what was inside.
Thanks.
I am well aware of how pathetic it was, but I screamed and accidentally dropped the box the moment I saw what was inside.
え？キース、どうしたの？
Sister hurried to me, who was frozen in shock and held my hand anxiously.
もしかして噛まれたとか？いや、そういうわけじゃないんだけど。姉さんこそ、何なのこれは。
Inside the box sister handed to me, there was a mass of strange, thin, string-like creatures wiggling about.
何って、ミミズだけど。耳。
I had heard of them before, but since I rarely ever played outside, it was my first time seeing them with my own eyes.
Poor kid.
Or more precisely, it was my first time ever seeing the creatures stuffed into a small box. A book I read said that worms were bugs that lived in dirt, so why were they stuffed in this little box? Still confused, I turned to sister. Her shoulders drooped apologetically.
ごめんなさい、キース。まさか虫がダメだなんて思わなくて。びっくりさせちゃったわね。
Looking at the downhearted way sister picked up the box, I realized she had no ill intention when handing it to me.
虫がダメというか、普通は誰でもこんなに大量に詰まっているのを突然見せられたら驚くと思うけれど。
Then again, sister didn't seem to think so. Perhaps I, as her adopted brother, needed to warn her not to do it to anybody else. As I watched her, sister pulled one of the worms from the box with a sigh.
生き餌が一番魚の食いつきがいいから初心者にはいいかと思ったんだけど、虫が苦手じゃこれ使えないわよね。生き餌。
That was how I discovered that the box of worms, what the box of worms were for. Sister intended to use them as live bait.
そう言って渡してくれたらよかったのに。
If she had, I would not have dropped it, and I certainly wouldn't have not screamed. But as sister thought I was adverse to worms, she seemed to have given up on live bait. Instead, she handed me a wooden something.
じゃあ今日はこのルアーを使いましょう。ルアー？
Wondering what it was, I asked sister to clarify.
姉さん、これは？ルアーっていうのはね、魚を釣るための疑似餌よ。餌がないと魚は釣れないもの。ちなみにこれは私が作ったルアーよ。ほら見て、魚の形にしてみたんだけど、この辺の魚の鱗とかよくできてるでしょ？そうだね。これ魚の形だったんだ。
Given the unique shape, I figured it was a creature I have not seen before. To my surprise, it was a fish.
ルアーを一度使ってみたくて作ってみたんだけど、ナイフで削るのが大変だったのよね。でもルアーで釣るのって難しいらしいし、今日は私が使おうと思っていたんだけど、生き餌が苦手ならキースにあげるわ。
Sister handed me the supposed fish lure with a smile.
ありがとう、姉さん。
Receiving the lure, I took a closer look at it. Truly, there was nothing remotely fish-like about it.
これで魚が釣れるのかな？
Probably not.
さて、じゃんじゃん釣るわよ。キースもわからないことがあったらいつでも聞いてね。
Sister began to fish using the worms. I tried my best to copy her action with the handmade lure. But as I thought, the fish didn't seem to acknowledge the strangely shaped lure, so...
まあ、予想はできたけれどね。
I ended up not catching a single fish that day. Oh.
Aww. That was very cute. How do I get there?
I don't know.
Fishy
There's a
first. I did.
覚えてるよ。忘れるわけないじゃないか。
よかった。じゃあ絶対にやりましょうね。
Was I supposed to look at it, but it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a
Catarina.
memory thing. Oh, hello, stranger.
That voice. I turn around to see the face that matches that very familiar voice. Geordo? Oh, all of them!
カタリナ、
It's the boys!
あなたも来ていると聞いて探していたんですよ。
Oh, hello, my friends! Aww. Look at them.
They're all there. Well, almost. Some girls are missing.
ジオルド様、それにアラン様もニコル様まで。
カタリナ、久しぶりだな。
Oh, there's even a picture of all of them. Keith is like, oh god, help me.
Oh, wow.
まさか本当に来ているとはな。
I'm sure Geordo and Ellen have official duties here as princes. It's no surprise to find them at the important social gatherings. And Nicole is likely participating as a proxy for the Prime Minister. Just as I wish that Sophia could be here too. She appears, popping out from behind Nicole.
カタリナ様、お会いできて嬉しいですわ。ソフィア！
take a hand joyfully and Sophia responds with a smile.
ソフィアも来ていたなんて嬉しいわ。
Yay, she got a helper.
お父様に無理を言ってお兄様についてきたんです。まさかカタリナ様がいらっしゃるなんて思いませんでした。お会いできて本当に嬉しいです。本当はキースだけのはずだったんだけど、いろいろあって。でもどうしてソフィアはそんなに来たかったの？実は最近花の霊場は海に抱かれてというロマンス小説のシリーズを読んで夢中になってしまいまして。
Totally forgot that she always reads the romance novels.
Sure, it's not Titanic.
Sophia blushes, putting a hand to her cheek. It's the same face she makes whenever we talk about romance novels.
それでどうしても海が見たくなってお兄様についてきたんです。
It's almost like she's on a pilgrimage. It must be a pretty good book. Sophia has read so many romance novels in her life. She's a pro among pros. She was already well read, even at 10 years old when we first met. It was the reason we first became friends. Though lately she's really been going off the deep end with borderline BL and infidelity. Okay, well, BL stands for boy love, by the way.
What happened to the cute little girl?
But if this book is enough to impress a seasoned veteran like Sophia, it's definitely a worthy read.
それでどんな話なの？霊場が海賊によって婚約者から引き離され、さらわれた海賊船の中で海賊と新たな愛を育んでいく略奪の物語ですわ。
And let's play this story out!
Oh boy.
Oh, poor Keith!
Oh boy.
The hell?
Poor Island.
Wow, sounds pretty extreme.
霊場が婚約者から引き離されて。そうですか。
Oh shit, you triggered Geordo in the back!
Where have you heard that one before?
For some reason, Geordo's smile gives me the shivers. Maybe I got a chill from the ocean breeze? Oh god. She's clueless.
父にやけに熱心に同行を頼み込んでいるとは思っていたが、まさかそんな理由だったとは。
船や海、潮風、小説のような世界を体感したくてお兄様についてまいりましたの。
Sophia also lives in her own world, as the voice like,
花の霊場は海に抱かれてももちろん持ってきていますから、後ほどカタリナ様にもお貸しいたしますわ。
Yes, please. We want to read that.
いいの？嬉しい。
待ってください。カタリナは読まなくていいです。
Wow.
Oh, poor
What's so wrong about that?
Because he's her fiancé.
So what, is just a book?
Yeah, but yeah, he's the jealous type of the book.
Okay.
I didn't expect interference from this direction. How could he just go and say that? What does he mean that I don't need to read it? Oh, maybe he wants to read it first. But it sounds like I would spoil it for him. Yeah, he wants to read it. That's the reason.
Oh, boy.
あら、カタリナ様の意思を無視するなんて、それが婚約者のすることですの？
I was missing her, I must admit. This voice. It's my friend Mary Hunt. Her voice, that of an elegant noblewoman. She's one of my beloved childhood friends and the fourth daughter of Marquis Hunt. She was shy when we first met, but she's grown up to be such an upstanding lady as to be called the flower of society.
メアリー！カタリナ様！お会いできて嬉しいですわ！
They're coming closer.
It's girl love.
来ていることは知っていましたが、こうも早くカタリナを見つけてくるとは。
Here we go again!
She have like an internal radar for him.
カタリナ様、ぜひご一緒させてくださいね。ええ、もちろんよ。メアリーも来ていたなんて嬉しいわ。
Mary happily grips my hand. I'm happy to see another childhood friend here.
家族と来ていたのですけれど、カタリナ様がいらっしゃっていると人づてに聞き及びまして、お探ししていたのですわ。
Family's only second rate. Catarina comes first.
相変わらず社交界の花は情報が早いですね。
Uh-oh.
ですが、人の会話に割って入るというのは貴族令嬢の鏡と呼ばれるあなたの立場ではいかがなものかとも思いますが。
あら、それをおっしゃるなら、先にカタリナ様とソフィア様の話に割って入ったジオルド様の方が無粋というものでは？
I love how fast-witted they are. It's so funny. Both of them are smiling, but the air is feeling thin. Maybe I did stay out in the breeze too long.
No, that's sea breeze. I think it's called.
As I stand there confused, I feel a tug on my sleeve.
カタリナ様、後でジオルド様に見つからないようこっそりお渡ししますわ。
Oh my god. She's probably imagining it that Nicole is gonna be the pirate again. Remember? She's shipping her brother with Catarina all the time.
Constantly.
いいの？もちろんですわ。お約束します。
Yeah, thanks. Bring me the book. I got it. I got the memory. It's like in
Good.
3 seconds. Like click, 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 click. Okay, yeah. An exciting promise. One day at the academy, I wandered around alone looking for a quiet place to enjoy a book. On my day off, I had gone to town and picked several books that seemed appealing. I'd been waiting for a chance to read them. And that day, I finally found the time to read. Before I knew it, I was searching for a place to read under the warm sun. I had high expectations for this book, so I was looking for a secluded spot free from
こ
disturbance.
の辺りなら誰も来ないでしょうし、ちょうど良さそう。
I spotted a perfect, relaxing place and sat down on the end of a bench, quietly nestled in a corner. As I began, I soon realized this new romance novel was even more engaging than expected. I was very happy with my purchase. I saw read cover to cover, paying no heed to the time.
素敵な結末でしたわ。
Books are incredible in creations. Nothing can ever entertain me the way they can. True story.
それにこの本もカタリナ様が好まれそうな内容でしたし、ぜひおすすめリストに追加しておきましょう。
I was still thinking about the stories. I picked up my next novel. Then I was interrupted by a sound from the bushes nearby.
あれ？ソフィア？カタリナ様？
I clasped my hand over my mouth. I hadn't expected to meet anyone in this little corner. And who would have expected Lady Catarina to appear from the brush? We both stared at the other, wide-eyed.
びっくりした。ここには誰もいないと思ってたから。ソフィアはどうしてここに？実は外でゆっくり読書を楽しみたかったので、一人になれる場所を探してここへ来たのです。カタリナ様は？
I asked, wondering why she would come to a spot like this. Then I spotted a bag of treats in her hand. She shifted uncomfortably from foot to foot, looking away. I understood at once.
いや別に誰にもバレずにお菓子を食べようと思ってきたわけでは。
It's funny. It seemed she wanted to take a snack break away from judging eyes. When I thought about it, I remembered Lord Keith had asked me privately not to give her any more treats. Oh, poor girl!
Yeah.
She likely sought out the spot because she had not wanted anyone to tell him.
大丈夫です。キース様には内緒にしますわ。
Lady Catarina looked relieved when I said that.
ありがとう、ソフィア。いや実は最近ドレスがちょっときつくなっちゃって。それをキースに言ったらお菓子禁止令を出されてしまったのよ。けれど今日だけどうしても我慢ができなくて。
My guess was right on the mark.
とてもカタリナさん。
I felt sorry for Lord Keith, who must have been struggling to help her, but I was happy for this chance to spend time with Lady Catarina.
そういうことでしたら私の隣へどうぞ。いいの？ありがとう、ソフィア。
I pulled the books closer to make room for Lady Catarina on the bench. She plopped down next to me.
それよりその本は何？ まだ見たことがない気がするけれど。
I held up the book I had just finished reading for her to see.
先日街で仕入れてきた新作のロマンス小説なんです。ちょうど読み終わったところなんですけれど、とても素敵で。
I briefly explained the charm of the characters and the beauty of the setting, being careful not to spoil any of the plot. Lady Catarina soon sunk her teeth into the conversation.
それは面白そうな本ね。それにこの本に出てくるこの登場人物もなんだかお兄様に似ていて、特にとあるシーンは涙なしには読めなくて。
Lady Catarina listened to my enthusiastic explanations, starry-eyed. As the topic of characters that resembled my brother continued, we reached the Devilish Earl series. We were so caught up in our discussions, we hardly noticed the sun setting. Soon dinner time was upon us. As we both stood up to go find dinner, a chilling breeze blew by us. Then Lady Catarina realized she had forgotten to eat the contraband snacks she brought with her.
しまった。喋るのに夢中になって食べるの忘れてたわ。
言っても
今日は持って帰って明日食べるのではダメなんですか？これを持って帰ったら今度こそキースに見つかって何か言われそうなのよ。来るときはうまく隠せたけれど、今から食べる？いやいや、全部食べたらせっかくの夕食を美味しく食べられなくなりそうだし、それは嫌だわ。
Lady Catarina groaned, utterly despairing as she stared down into her bag of snacks. Finding that adorable, I held out my hand.
では、そのお菓子は私がお預かりしますから、明日またこちらでお会いしましょう。その時にお返ししますわ。いいの？ありがとう、ソフィア。
Lady Catarina took my hand in hers and shook it vigorously.
では、代わりと言ってはなんですが、私もこちらの本をカタリナ様にお貸ししますわ。
When I handed the book to her, Lady Catarina's eyes widened.
さっき言ってた本ね。もう借りていいの？私は読み終わりましたから、読み返すよりも早くカタリナ様と語り合いたいのです。じゃあありがたく借りるわ。ありがとう、ソフィア。
Lady Catarina handed me the bag of snacks and received the book with a smile. Just like that, I succeeded in securing some time with her the following
明
day.
日はせっかくですから、お兄様も連れてきましょうか。
Just as I said. I considered it, but it was rare for me to have time alone with the ever-popular Lady Catarina. I apologized to brother internally. Instead, I would redouble my efforts to support him in his battle against Prince Geordo and the
明
others.
日も良い日になりそうですわ。そうね。綺麗な夕焼けだし、明日も天気がいいと思うわ。
Lady Catarina replied and smiled. Though not what I meant, I smiled back. We walked back to the dorms together under the sunset's glow. Yay! Sophia is such a nice girl. I feel fortunate to have such a caring friend. Sophia and I talk up a storm about a novel we've recently read when I noticed someone stand up.
ソフィア、学校とは違い、他の貴族の目も多くある。羽目を外しすぎないように。
Nicole warns his sister gently, casting his soft smile on the two of us.
分かっていますわ、お兄様。もちろんです。
With a little dizzy as a nod, Nicole's smile exudes a devilish aura. Ugh, his charm is as powerful as ever. Nicole has always been this way. He was handsome even as a boy, but now his charm is truly what I call devilish. The student council members of his class were spellstruck by his aura. It caused so many issues, everyone but the president quit. Another woman nearby must have also been struck by that aura. Before my eyes, she blushes and falls faint to the floor. Oh no! Look at this again, man. Oh, even here.
Yeah.
Oh, she collapsed. I've been around him for so long, I've almost gotten used to it, but even still I can feel a blush on my cheeks. His nearly deadly charm grows in strength every year. I'm sure this ship is chock full of unsuspecting victims.
に
falling
しても
overboard.
結局いつもと変わり映えしないメンバーが揃ったな。
No, the whole gang.
Anne's voice brings me back to my senses and I look around to see the usual suspects. Right, all the student council members and me. Aw, look. It's all of them. Geordo, Keith, Ellen, Nicole, Maria, Mary, and Sophia are all members of the student council. The student council members are selected by academic achievements and magical prowess. Everyone is high capable, except for you, Catarina.
You're eatable.
To be exact, I'm not a member. When everyone joined the council, I alone was left out, so they probably invite me so often out of concern. Thanks to that, I was able to become friends with Maria and become a sort of secondary member of the council. The student council president isn't here, I guess. Thinking about the incident before spring break leaves me feeling down, but then the sound of trumpets blows away my haze. Wow, the fanfare melts into a full musical performance. This must be the departure ceremony. Seeing the people remaining on the shore waving flags, I feel that the voyage will soon begin. Oh,
just
we are waving at the shore. Or making a break. I think we already have yeah. I think we are stopping here for today.
okay.
But we will continue soon again.
Yep.
Now that we have gathered all the familiar people, her friends, it's time to derp around.
Oh well, yeah.
Have some fun. Eat food. Enjoy my time. Well, it's a slow start, but I'm pretty sure we're getting into it. And if you love this series as much as I do, I'm pretty sure you're enjoying it. And the memories are nice if you can manage to get to them when they're not disappearing.
Oh yeah.
So we're just gonna cut them in.
Yeah.
Next time I know. Next time I'll click
Yeah.
faster.
Yep.
Okay, thank you guys for watching and see you next time.